So I don't have a very good setup because I didn't really plan on doing this, but I am on the hunt for louvers exactly like these. I hear really bad reviews all the time on louvers flying off, being flimsy. The ones I've had for 4 years, someone sent me to a site that I don't remember. I had never been there any other time. I think they were maybe not even $200, and they have lasted me this entire time. I've never had them fly off. I had, when I just took them off for the first time in forever, I had two brackets out of the two, four, six, seven brackets that are on there. Only two were still on, and you would never even know. The louvers don't ever wiggle off. Like sometimes I'll give them a little shake and see if any of them kind of start falling because the adhesive will eventually wear off. But it lasts so long, and so I just kind of wanted to show you how I put them on as like an educational video since I'm redoing pretty much all of them. And I had ordered some RS style ones with little windows in the back. I wanted actually before these. Wow, I have a train coming. I'm gonna pause it until that's done. Okay, so I had got from American Muscle and then Car ID, I had got some RS style louvers that I had wanted. And I spent the cheaper amount at first to see if I like them to make sure they're not gonna fly off in traffic. So I figure, oh, these are like probably over double the cost of what my old ones were. They have to be amazing quality. Like there's got to be a way they stay on really well too. Every place I asked, are they attached with brackets like how mine are? And they would say, yeah, it is. Two different people at American Muscle and one person at Car ID. I get them today from Car ID, and just like the last ones, scratched up. I mean, the first set had like box cutter slashes in them. And these were unpainted, but I mean, they just had like shiny layers, like they had scratched it really bad and then tried to paint over it, cover it. It was just horrible quality, and also nothing to attach it with. No 3M tape for over $400. You think it would have something. I'm not just gonna put it on my car and trust that it's gonna stay laying on there as I'm driving down the highway at 90, if I get to that. But I don't trust that. I would attach it with some 3M tape, which is leading me to that. So these little brackets, if you've never actually done this before, I put the 3M tape on it. They have screws that come up, and this is the best. Just this roll of, it's Scotch. Scotch 3M extreme mounting tape. A lot of people still said they had problems with 3M tape. I don't know if it's just a different kind or what. So I'll show you. Here's my louvers I've had for a long time. I mean, it's some pretty thick plastic, like it's very lightweight, but it's pretty, heavy. It's got the little holes in it. Like they're nice. They're actually really good. And then you put them on the window, and in those little holes, I actually used whiteout, just because I usually use like a silver Sharpie because I can wipe it off with alcohol. One of my brackets wouldn't come off. It's on pretty good, and it's been probably years since that one's even come off. Clean my window real good, and then I'm gonna do where each of these are. There, some of them are gonna be sideways. You'll figure it out which way you need it to lay. I'm trying not to lay them on my trunk. So you're gonna need to peel off on one side, and then it's gonna be a little hard to see, but this is gonna be the closest to the edge. The one closer to the edge is gonna be on the outside. I'm gonna line it up with that white part, and I'm just gonna get it right up to the edge of my glass. Give it a good push. So there's one done. Now I gotta do the rest, so I'll pause that to not bore you the entire time and show you when I put it on and screw the other ones on. So when you put them on, you want to probably hold them down, give them a good push for 30 seconds each, you know. I kind of press on them all the time, even when the louvers are on. Make sure they're all in place snugly. Ta-da! Okay, so they usually tell you to not put the louvers on for like 24 hours so the adhesive can kind of bond to the surface, whatever. I don't. I just know that mine have never had an issue, so I don't do it. But totally up to you to have that extra precaution. But I don't really leave my house too much, so they pretty much just sit in here anyway. Now let's get the louvers on. I'm gonna set this down again. Okay. Flip. Everything's lined up perfect. Now let's go get the bolts, which have turned blue over time. I've been hit a lot, so people have had to paint my car quite a bit. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this without dropping all of them. Got a little washer for each one, just that, I guess, extra little security. And then you're gonna go, whoa, this is hard to do with no hands. And then when you're done putting them on, you just want to get a flat head and kind of tighten them just a little more. They are plastic, so over time they've kind of, whoa, where's my camera? You know, splayed apart. But they still work. If I can figure out the site where I got these, I would definitely shop there again. So if anyone has any idea where they might be from, it was in a Challenger group who told me too. But I love them. I just like that, you know, with the two windows on the side. I've always wanted it. But these are good. Highly recommend them. And if anybody knows anywhere else to get good louvers that are mounted this way, please, please let me know.